All right, all right. Hey, welcome to tonight's version of 30 and 30 pub style trivia here on our Catch the Mania channel, either on Facebook or on YouTube. I'm here with Malika. We're going to be hosting together. Hopefully you had a chance to check out our video on the tournament that we're doing, the Spring Fling 20. Tons of huge prizes. I won't get into those right now, but you can check them out and we'll put them in the comments. It is online edition number 27 this week. We're going to have a ton of guest hosts coming up and some changes in our schedule. So we'll get to that a little bit later, let you know a little bit more about that, but we'll be posting on Facebook as well to keep you posted on who will be hosting. All right, so with that, as usual, if you want to share a photo on our Instagram page or on our Facebook page, that'd be great. Help us out if you're watching on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to our channel. Basically, we're posting trivia there every Monday and Wednesday, and then we have some theme trivias, and we have some other nights we'll be doing. Here's the details on the Spring Fling. There's a lot of information on there, so if you want to check it out, it's also posted on our Facebook page. So visit there, see what you can win. All you have to do is play to win. All right. And in order to play, you also have to sign on to our bit.ly link and play by the score sheets that are on there. There's a bit.ly link right there, and you can also see it in comments. There's a score sheet at trivtrack.com. All right. What do you say we get rolling with round number one? It's a multiple miscellaneous round. Most of you have probably played this before, so you know how this works. It's going to be an A, B, C, or D choice. And here we go with round one. Romulus and Remus were the mythic founders of what city? That's question number one of round one. Romulus and Remus were the mythic founders of what city? Is that A, Athens, B, Rome, C, Atlantis, or D, Moscow? Question number one of round one. Today, we're going to do it a little differently. We're going to trade the microphone back and forth between Malika and I. So as we move on to question number two, she's taking it.
Okay, here we go. Question number two. Which is not one of the which is not one of the railroads on a monopoly board? All right. So is it A, Dover Special, B, Pennsylvania, C, B&O, or D, Short Line? So which is not one of the railroads on a monopoly board? So you can see that little red corner there, that circle is counting us down. We've just got a few seconds left here before we move on.
All right, and on to question number three. Who does Mr. Brownlow rescue? Is it A, Huckleberry Finn, B, Tom Jones, C, Oliver Twist, or D, Tom Brown? In literature, who does Mr. Brownlow rescue? A, B, C, or D? That's question number three of round one.
Multiple choice, miscellaneous. Here we go. Moving on to question four. Khmer is the official language of what country? A, Thailand, B, Cambodia, C, Myanmar, and D, Laos. I think I might have mispronounced some things there.
Yeah, all right.
Khmer is the official language of what country? So I apologize if I didn't pronounce those correctly. A, Thailand, B, Cambodia, C, Myanmar, or D, Laos. All right, handing it back over here.
All right. Moving on to question number five of round one. Which is the largest continent? Is it A, Asia, B, Africa, C, North America, or D, South America? Which continent is the largest? A, B, C, or D? And that's question number five of round one. If you haven't played with us before, this is called 30 in 30 because you get 30 questions in 30 minutes, 10 questions per round, and 3 different rounds. With that, let's move on to question number 6 as I turn it back over to Malaika.
And again, thank you all so much for tuning in and playing with us. All right, which of the following animals is not a rodent? A, gopher, B, rat, C, hedgehog, or D, chipmunk? So which of the following animals is not a rodent? Just had a mouse actually pop up out of the hood of my car when I started it the other day and checked under the hood because the battery was dead and there was a little mouse. All right. Anyway, it was cute. Okay, here we go.
All right, moving on to number 7. What comedian and actor who was professionally teamed up with his wife, Ann Mira, for years, passed away today? Is that A, Peter Boyle, B, Jerry Stiller, C, John Astin, or D, Tim Curry? Which comedian and actor who was professionally teamed up with his wife, Ann Mira, for years, passed away today? A, B, C, or D? That's question 7 of round number 1.
Okay. All right, moving on here to round 1, question 8. Who won the first Super Bowl? Was it A, Green Bay, B, Kansas City, C, Cleveland, or D, Los Angeles? Who won the first Super Bowl? And you can see in the corner there, the bottom right corner, that's your countdown, our new color-coded way to kind of get in touch with how much time you have left before the slide moves on. Here we go.
All right, on to question number 9 of round 1. In 2020 Sonic the Hedgehog film, what actor plays Dr. Robotnik? Is that A, James Marsden, B, Bruce Campbell, C, Jim Carrey, or D, George Clooney? So in 2020's Sonic the Hedgehog film, what actor played Dr. Robotnik? A, B, C, or D? James Marsden, Bruce Campbell, Jim Carrey, or George Clooney? Number 9 of round 1. And hey, we're going to move on to question 10, the last one of this round.
Okay. Question 10, round 1. Who wrote Patsy Cline's 1962 hit Crazy? Was it A, Hank Williams, B, Waylon Jennings, C, Chris Christopherson, or D, Willie Nelson? So who wrote Patsy Cline's 1962 hit Crazy? A, B, C, or D? Hope you're having fun tonight, playing along with us and teaming up. Better chances to win with a larger group. All right, passing it back to Darren.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's the end of round 1. If you are playing by yourself, that's fine. You know, play with the folks in your house, but lots of teams are Zooming together or FaceTiming to play. So, you know, they're bigger teams. They have more of a chance of getting the correct answer. So you may want to consider doing that during this tournament, which runs till the end of May. There's your bit.ly link for round number 2 tonight, which we're going to move on to right now. It's all about humanitarians. Okay, round number 2, humanitarians.
There you go. Sure. I thought you were handing it to me. Okay. All right. Oh, and this is our Spring Fling package. This is what you're playing for. The more you play, the more chances you have to win. This will pop up occasionally, and it's also all over our social platforms as well, so you can reread that. Amazing package. All right, round 2, question 1. Who used his wealth to build a New York City concert hall and over 2,500 public libraries? Who used his wealth to build a New York City concert hall and over 2,500 public libraries? I love libraries. Do you?
Yes.
No, that's fine.
I think with the advent of the internet, I've frequented libraries a lot less
Yeah, me too.
often.
I miss it. All right.
Hey, let's move on to question number 2 of round 2, which is, under which president was the Peace Corps founded? Under which president was the Peace Corps founded? Question number 2 of round 2. Round all about humanitarians and humanitarian efforts. We gave a little extra time on each of these questions because they are not multiple choice. You have to type in your answer, so you'll find you have a little bit extra time. And if you haven't noticed the red circle on the screen, that lets you know when we're getting to the end of time for each question, as we are right now with question number 2.
All right, round 2, question 3, humanitarians. On December 31st, 1972, what Pirates baseball player died from an aviation accident while en route to deliver aid to earthquake victims in Nicaragua? Pirates baseball player. This happened in 1972, December 31st. Delivering aid to earthquake victims in Nicaragua. Give you a little bit more time there. You can see that circle's counting you down. We'll move on to question 4.
One of my favorite baseball players of all time, actually. Let's move on to number 4. What man behind the Virgin Group has pledged that all his profits from his train and airline businesses would be donated to charity? So question 4, what man behind the Virgin Group pledged that all his profits from his train and airline businesses would be donated to charity? Question number 4 of round 2. 2 rounds on round 2 of 3 tonight. Thanks for joining in. Make sure you check out all of our prizes we have for the Spring Fling 20, listed on Facebook and Instagram. Here we go, on to question number 5.
Okay, question number 5. What couple set up a foundation that, as estimated by 60 Minutes, will give away $60 billion? Wow. What couple set up a foundation that, as estimated by 60 Minutes, will give away $60 billion? We hope you're liking our new countdown clock there in the bottom hand corner. We found that was a great way to keep this pace really uniform for you all to enjoy and just have enough time. Well, not too much time, right? We got to move on. 30 and 30. Here we go. Almost on to question 6.
And with that, let's move on to question number 6. According to a Forbes report in 2019, what chairman and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway was the top American philanthropist of 2018? So, a Forbes report that came out in 2019, but reflected on 2018. Who was the top American philanthropist of that year? Question number 6 of round 2.
Okay. Humanitarians, moving on to question number 7. What physician and missionary founded a namesake hospital in French Equatorial Africa? What physician and missionary founded a namesake hospital in French Equatorial Africa? A lot of good people in the world, doing a lot of good things. It's good to focus on that, especially now, right? Okay, moving on. Question 8.
All right, here we go with question number 8 of round 2. Who organized and founded the American Red Cross? Who organized and founded the American Red Cross? Question number 8 of round 2. Heading towards the end of this round. 2 more questions. And the way our flow works, we do questions to round 1, followed by questions to round 2. We then go back and give you the answers to round number 1. Then what we'll do is round 3 questions and come back and hit up round 2 answers and round 3 answers. So that's coming up.
All right, question 9. Who began studying yellow fever in 1897 and was soon part of a commission to find its cause? He has a hospital named after him. Little clue there. Who began studying yellow fever in 1897 and was soon part of a commission to find its cause? He has a hospital named after him. All right, a few more moments here. On to our last question.
All right, yeah, we're going to move on to question number 10 of round 2, the last one this round. What Irishman was knighted in 1986 for his humanitarian work in organizing benefit concerts, including Live Aid, probably his most famous of benefit concerts? What Irishman was knighted in 1986 for his humanitarian work in organizing benefit concerts, including Live Aid? He also was involved with an early 80s band, one-hit wonder band, I think. And we're heading towards the end of round number 2. We'll come back at you with some answers to round number 1 in just a moment. Once again, that's it for round number 2. Make sure you hit the submit button. We've had a couple times where we haven't received answer sheets online, and it's probably because the submit button wasn't pressed correctly or didn't come through right. All right. So, Rome, the answer to number 1 of round 1. I'll just do these. Dover Special is not a railroad on a monopoly board. Oliver Twist was rescued by Mr. Brownlow. Number 3. Number 4, Cambodia. Politically, you may have heard of the Khmer Rouge. Asia is the largest continent. Think about how big Russia is part of Asia. That's a hedgehog, not a rodent, which includes gophers, rats, etc.
Nice.
What comedian and actor passed away? Jerry Stiller. Serenity Now.
Aww.
One of my favorites. Green Bay Packers with Bart Starr won the first Super Bowl. That is referencing hedgehogs again for a second question in a round. How many times that happened? Jim Carrey plays Dr. Robotnik. And of course, Willie Nelson wrote Patsy Cline's Crazy. I shouldn't say of course. That might not be an easy one.
I didn't know that.
On to round 3 in just a moment. There's your Bitly link in case you want to join in and haven't been playing yet, but you should be able to just click the link and it'll bring you to the next one once you click your submit button. All right? All wet. What does that mean?
It's raining today. And other things. Okay.
So this round consists of visual clues. Each clue is an animated GIF of a scene from a film that takes place predominantly on or underwater. Name the film.
Okay. Question 1, name that film. I actually saw this one 3D, IMAX. In Costa Rica, no less. All right. Name that film. Let's do a few of them or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of fun passing the mic back and forth. Okay, here we go. Last look there. Name that film. Question 2, name that film.
Hopefully starting you off in the right direction this round.
Yeah. Always a good mix of some harder and some easier questions. Nice variety that Darren puts together. Okay, we're almost done there. All right, last look here. Name that film. Moving on. Question 3. Name that film. You said you hadn't seen this one.
I have not.
Name that film. And anyone playing along tonight, I am offering your entry. You are automatically entered into a raffle to receive a Meditation 101 free of charge lesson via Zoom with myself. So you'll be entered into that, and we'll announce the winner on Wednesday. I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Question 4. Name the film. So a meditation private lesson, if you know how to meditate, great. And if you're very new to it and your name gets pulled tonight, we will figure something out together. I'll reach out to you about a private Zoom lesson. We need to stress less more than ever right now as we're being challenged. So more than ever, most likely. Okay, here we go. Moving on to question 5. Name the film. It's a good one. Name that film. I think I always get this movie and a few other movies confused because they're slightly similar, but not really. Oh. Okay, we're moving on. We're almost done with this question. Just want to lean against the wall there. Okay. Question 6, name the film. I really loved this movie. Got horrible reviews, I think, but I found it to be genius. You haven't seen this one? I'll have to add that to the list. Okay. Moving on, almost done here with moving on to question 7. You want to use the mic for a little bit?
All right. On to question 7. Film number 7. There you go. Name the film. And hey, in case you didn't know, Malika teaches yoga, is a personal trainer, does a lot of meditation classes and practices. So when she was talking about offering a meditation through Zoom, it's something she does all the time, and it's really a great prize. So thanks for doing that for someone.
Yeah.
That's nice. Check her out at malikayoga.com. All right. Question number 8. Number 8. Name the film. Takes place primarily on or underwater.
Oh, look how young he is. Looks like a fun party. When we can socialize like that again one day. Who knows when? I can't wait.
Turns out not to be a fun party in this film, but all right. Moving on to number 9. the original film.
Awesome. I like the outfits.
All right. That's it for number 9. Let's move on to number 10. Name the film. Number 10. This is the last one of this round. Once again, we'll follow this up with the answers to round 2, followed by the answers to round number 3.
I was like obsessed with this movie as a kid. Is that weird?
No.
Oh. I don't know if you were passing that. Ed Harris, right?
Mm-hmm. Once again, that's it for round number 3. That's question number 10. As we finish our questions for tonight, make sure you hit submit. Make sure you hit that submit button to finish out this game in terms of turning your scores in. And with that, we'll go through the answers to round number 2, the Humanitarians round.
Okay. Answers to round number 2. Here we go. Question 1, that was Andrew Carnegie. Andrew Carnegie. Question 2 of round 2, John F. Kennedy. It was John F. Kennedy who created and founded the Peace Corps. Roberto Clemente. Question 3. Darren's favorite baseball players of all time. One of them. Richard Branson. Richard Branson. And that was Bill and Melinda Gates, who will give away $60 billion.
On to number 6. That's Warren Buffett, topping the list of philanthropists, American philanthropists from 2018. Albert Schweitzer. Been a while since I've heard his name. Clara Barton organized and founded the American Red Cross. That's Walter Reed. You've probably heard of the hospital, Walter Reed Hospital. And number 10, Bob Geldof. Bob Geldof, also from the Boomtown Rats, if I'm not mistaken. Round number 3 answers.
All right. Round number 3 answers to All Wet. Okay, here we go. Question 1, that was Aquaman. It was really neat to see IMAX in 3D, especially in another country with Spanish subtitles. The Little Mermaid. Question 2, The Little Mermaid. That's Ariel. Question 3, The Perfect Storm. We got to watch that. I love this movie. I mean, it's super intense and good, but I think you'll like it. All right, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Question 4. Hunt for Red October. Question 5.
And down to our last 5 answers here. The Shape of Water. Answer to number 6. Number 7 is Yellow Submarine, the Beatles film, of course. Number 8. That's The Poseidon Adventure. Gene Hackman. Ernest Borgnine, Shelley Winters, I can't remember who else. Batman, the original, Adam West. And The Abyss, James Cameron film from a long, long time ago. And hey, that's it for the answers to round 3. And that's also the end of our 30 and 30 presentation for tonight. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here on Wednesday night. We have a guest host, Jess will be hosting. So join us then. We're excited for that. And we'll have all new questions, all new categories that night. We finish in 30 minutes. So just a quick throw of a few questions at you. And you get registered into our Spring Fling 20 tournament. Thanks for joining. We'll see you on Wednesday.